We know Pullela Gopichand as the man behind India's current success at the world stage. Some of us may know him as the champion of All England Championships. But did you know that he once struggled as an athlete and almost took up another sport? We are thankful that he did not take up another sport and chose to nurture the game of badminton. And he continues to do so at the Badminton Gurukul. Join me, Taus Rizvi, as we speak to the legend himself at the Pasision Sport Discover the Stars. Let's go. So we have this celebrated coach and one of the best players in Indian badminton, Mr. Pullela Gopichand. Welcome to Pasision Sport Discover the Stars. And what is this Badminton Gurukul all about?
Well, I think the idea for Gurukul came up because then there's a huge interest in the sport across the country, and we don't have a structured program or a curriculum for kids training across the country. So whatever have been my learnings over the years to try and ensure that kids across the country have access to good coaching is what the idea is, and that's how we started this whole.
So this is a very good concept. What was the scenario in your times when you were playing? When you were an upcoming badminton player.
Sport in general in the last few years has grown in the country consistently. I think there's been an interest from parents and also government and corporates to support sport in the last few years. This wasn't the case in the 90s, where education was primarily looked at as the only career option, and today we look at sport as an option, and badminton as a career option is something which we are looking at.
And what are the challenges that you faced as a player? You've won the All England Open Championship in 2001, so after Prakash Padukone. What were the challenges that you faced when you were a player?
Well, I think infrastructure, coaching, facilities, travel, I think there were a lot of challenges growing up, and lack of exposure was one of the key things. But today I think things are far better, and we look at a bunch of players doing well.
These things like lack of infrastructure, lack of money was not a big factor in those times. I mean, did that ever affect you psychologically? Ever thought of quitting the game? I mean, did that thought ever come to your mind, and how did you overcome those mental, psychological challenges?
I think I was fortunate that when I turned 18, I had a job in Tata Steel, and then later Indian Oil, I was absorbed as an officer. So thankfully the support for a basic job was there, which actually helped me not think of anything else but play the sport. So I was one of the fortunate ones to have a job which was a backup option for me. But I love the sport so much that I never really thought of quitting it.
Is it true, like you wanted to play cricket at one stage and then your brother forced you to take up badminton? What was the story? Can you tell us?
I didn't get admission for cricket, and that's why I joined badminton. I think cricket as a sport after 83 World Cup was big, and around 85 when I started playing badminton, I think we all wanted to play cricket, but unfortunately cricket didn't have enough places, and that's why I had to join for badminton.
But you're a celebrated coach that everybody knows. It's not. You have made Saina, you have made Sindhu, you have made a lot of superstars in badminton. How did that thing came in you when you started coaching, or when you took up coaching as your next career option?
Well, I think there's a lot of things which I learned as an athlete, player, and for me, I thought that it will be very helpful for players to actually learn from that, and that's how this whole journey had started. And I'm very lucky that I've been able to be associated with the sport and be part of coaching these players.
And how satisfying is it to give so many players to Indian badminton and people coming out with these results? And one last question apart from that, and your chances, your prediction on Tokyo?
Well, I think very happy with how things have progressed in the last 15 years in my coaching career, and Tokyo is going to be a big challenge, and we have a strong team, and I hope that we come back with a strong medal chances.
Thank you very much, sir. It was nice talking to you.